So this is where we were yesterday discussing about intersecting and non-intersecting lines. And I think Mane was asking something about the lines which do not intersect.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Tita, go ahead with your question.
Ma'am, if the non-intersecting lines are not parallel, they will intersect each other.
Beta, the condition applies to two lines in a plane. If lines are in a plane, then definitely, then either the lines cross each other, they will be intersecting. And if they do not cross each other, then they will be parallel if they lie in the same plane. But if there are two lines which are from different planes and they do not intersect, so that was the example which I sent an image. These are called skewed lines. When I was mentioning that if you have a line on your wall, any wall of your room, and there is a line drawn on the ceiling or on the floor, or maybe the face opposite to the wall you have chosen, right? Exactly the opposite face. If you take two faces, opposite faces, or on the opposite walls of a room, you draw two lines, they will not intersect. Ekam, let us try reconnecting. Maybe there is a network problem. Is there anyone else who cannot hear me? I hope I'm audible. Yes, Bharmek, you want to ask anything?
No, ma'am.
Okay. So if you have two lines, so the lines which are in the same plane, they're called coplanar as it's written here. I have to send this to you so that you could just go over it. So if the lines do not lie in the same plane, if the lines are not coplanar and they are not intersecting. So example can be taken from here. Now this is a three-dimensional figure here. They have taken cube.
Ma'am, if the line will pass from any of the point of another line, it will intersect?
Yes, it's possible that two lines which are from different surfaces. So if I take this line passing through points A, B, and I take the line passing through B and F. Now these two lines belong to two different surfaces. AB belongs to the front surface and this BF line belongs to the surface adjacent to it. And these are intersecting lines. इनकी surfaces, इनके जो planes हैं वो अलग हैं. AB belongs to the plane on the front, BF belongs to the plane on the side, but these are intersecting lines. Now, if on the same hand, if you consider the lines from different planes which do not intersect, you could just take this one from the opposite face. ये जो पीछे line है. Now, these are not parallel, these are not intersecting, these are called skewed lines. And if you talk about two lines from different planes which are parallel, I'll just show that.
So, ma'am,
If
what
you
is
just
the difference between non-intersecting and parallel lines?
non-intersecting lines, if they are on the same plane, they will be called parallel. They will be parallel. They must be parallel because there is no other condition that can happen. अगर आप अपनी notebook पे दो lines draw करते हो बेटा, then either those lines are going to intersect or they will not intersect. So even if I suppose on this surface right now, if I draw these two small lines here, I've just drawn portions of the lines. So what can you say about this line? Let's say name this as L, this as M. What can you say about L and M? Are they intersecting or are they parallel?
Intersecting.
They are intersecting.
Right, you can produce them and you will see that they at a point, after they are extended at a point, they are going to cross each other and hence they become intersecting. And if they do not intersect, then they definitely will be parallel. If you, even after extending them as much as possible, they do not intersect, provided they lie on the same plane, then you call them parallel. But now there is a condition where the lines do not intersect and they are not parallel. But in that case, the lines will be non-coplanar, not on the same plane. यहाँ पे देखो बेटा, this is the.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes, Taran.
Ma'am, like one line lies on one plane and the second line lies on the plane opposite to it, like AB and EF. Then they will be called parallel.
Beta, these lie on the same plane. If you take AB and EF, they are on this plane. They are on the same plane.
Okay, ma'am.
Right? AB actually lies on this plane, AB actually lies on this plane as well as the plane on the front. So AB, this line belongs to two planes. अभी आप पढ़ नहीं रहे हो, अगर आप स्पेशल ज्योमेट्री पढ़ते हो, वी आर स्टडिंग 2D ज्योमेट्री. हमने जो ज्योमेट्री स्टडी करनी है टिल 10th स्टैंडर्ड, वी स्टडी ज्योमेट्री विद रिस्पेक्ट टू अ प्लेन, 2-dimensional ज्योमेट्री. अगर आप 3-dimensional ज्योमेट्री स्टडी करते हो विद रिस्पेक्ट टू द स्पेस, then you know that line actually is the intersection of two planes, जहां पे आपके दो planes meet करते हैं. So if you take this surface, the top surface of this cube and the front surface of this cube, these two surfaces are planes, and these planes actually meet each other along this edge. This edge will form a line. So two planes in a space meet at a line. So we are not focusing on this as for now. आप जब भी कोई लाइन ड्रॉ करते हो उसमें से मल्टीपल प्लेन्स पास करते हैं. So right now, okay, let's not just go beyond that. Maybe that will just confuse you all. Right now, we want to focus on this. If we have two straight lines in the same plane, these are called coplanar lines. There are only two conditions possible. They eventually will intersect, otherwise they will be parallel. And after this, when we talk about intersecting lines, we've got vertically opposite angles and we've got linear pair of angles. And last time I was discussing with you supplementary angles and adjacent angles. I mentioned this. Now these two angles, angle number 1 and angle number 2, these are adjacent angles because angle 1 is over here and angle 2 is over here. So angle 1 and angle 2 are adjacent angles. This is the first condition that I have. And along with that, if I look at the sum of their measures, if I just look at the sum of their measures, they are forming the total as 180. When the sum is 180 means these angles are supplementary, right? These angles are supplementary. So when you have adjacent angles which are supplementary, they are called to form a linear pair. Easy way to define is if you have a line, on the line you take any point, from that point if you draw a ray, the angle on either side gets divided into two parts. जिस तरफ भी आपने ray draw की है उधर दो angles बन जाते हैं. And this is a pair of angles whose total is 180. So these two angles form a linear pair. A pair of angles on a line is called linear pair. And the property that we use is sum of these two will be supplementary. The condition that we actually use in questions, if the angles are forming a linear pair, we use this property that they are supplementary. Apart from that, you could have more than two angles on a straight line, and then in that case, you just say that the sum of the angles on a line is 180 degrees because they are part of a line, part of a straight angle. If you put together all the parts, then the sum will be 180. The reasoning part will change, nothing else. And then you have vertically opposite angles. If there are two intersecting lines in a plane, then the angles are formed opposite each other without any common arms are equal. So there are four distinct angles formed here. When two lines intersect, four distinct angles are formed. When I say distinct means ye sare alag alag hain. Alag alag, I'm not talking about the measure, I am talking about the area covered by them. So these are four distinct angles. 1, 2, 3, 4. None of them contains any of the others. So what can you say about if you look at angle number 1 and angle number 3? They have no common arms.
Vertically opposite.
So when two lines intersect, four distinct angles are formed. Out of those four angles, if you take two two angles which do not have a common arm. So angle number 1 and angle number 3, इनकी कोई arm common नहीं है. They have a common vertex. All of them have the same vertex. But angle 1 arms are OA and OC. For angle number 3, the arms are OB and OD. They have no common arms. These two form a pair of vertically opposite angles. So property is this, that the measure of these two is same. Similarly, angle 2 and angle 4 will also be equal. They have no arms in common. Anyone who would like to ask anything?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Okay. So next, this is what we have, parallel lines and transversal, but we are not going to discuss this. I will take this up after we complete the first exercise because this is related to the second exercise. So as for now, let's just start with exercise, rather with the theorem. The first thing that we want to do is, this is the first thing that we want to do, theorem 6.1 on page number 94. Please keep your books handy. You will need your books. You will need the figures ready with you. You need your ruler and pencil also in case we are going to change the figure. So theorem is a standard result which you have been using, and there will be certain results for which we are going to show the proof. How did we actually get that result? And to prove that result, sometimes we use other results. Those results are called axioms. And when we say axioms, that actually means that those results are considered to be true. Let me just open that book. So this is what we have. The theorem that you have to prove: if two lines intersect, then the vertically opposite angles are equal. You have used this result time and again, right? आपने ये use किया है, अब आपको prove करना है ये. So whenever you have questions in geometry where you want to prove a certain result, whether it's a theorem or a question, there is a way you want to write down your answer. Now, if you can recall from last year, chapter number 3, understanding quadrilaterals, there was a question in the last exercise where you had to prove that the diagonals form a square or rectangle, something like that in quadrilaterals. And that's actually a question similar to the ones we're going to do now, where you want to prove something. So generally, theorem comes with the statement. आपको question ये आएगा, prove that if two lines intersect each other, then the vertically opposite angles are equal. And you're supposed to draw the figure and everything on your own. So what I've done here is I've actually drawn a figure in rough. So you want to start by taking two lines, L and M, and let them intersect at a point. Let's say it's O. For convenience, you can mark the points on the lines if you want, or you can just number the angles. So we are going to start with what's provided to us. So when you write this, this is obvious, two lines are intersecting, so there will be four distinct angles. And what we want to prove is, whatever the result you want to prove, you will write it as to prove. So we want to prove that angle 1 is equal to angle 3 and angle 2 is equal to angle 4. And these angles are the ones which we refer to as vertically opposite angles. Sometimes in your question, you would like to change something in the figure. Sometimes you want to change something in the figure, and in that case, after this part, to prove what you want to, अगर आपको फिगर में कुछ चेंज करने की जरूरत है इस रिजल्ट को प्रूव करने के लिए, then we write construction at this step after writing down what's to be proved. In this particular result, we don't need to do that. So we are directly moving to the proof part. Anyone who wants to ask anything?
No, ma'am.
And I would like to just give you a suggestion or an advice. जब हम ज्योमेट्री करेंगे बेटा, कुछ क्वेश्चंस ऐसे होंगे जहां पे आपकी प्रॉपर्टीज अप्लाई होंगी, कैलकुलेशन वर्क होगा, जैसे आपने क्वेश्चंस अंडरस्टैंडिंग क्वाड्रिलेटरल्स में किए हैं, या इन 7th स्टैंडर्ड where you learned how to find out vertically opposite angles or the lines pair of corresponding angles, alternating period angles, जहां पे कैलकुलेशन वर्क होता है. Right now, when we will be studying geometry, आपके पास दो तरह के questions होंगे. Some where there is calculation and some where there is theoretical answer. Theoretical answer means we will be just writing down statements and results. There is nothing to be calculated. So proofs are usually that sort of question. जहाँ पे calculation नहीं होती, सिर्फ हम theoretically बात करते हैं. अगर ऐसा हो रहा है तो क्या होगा? उससे हमारे पास ये conclusion आ सकता है. So what can we say about that? So we are just talking in theory, not practically. And this type of actual math is called pure math, where we are not dealing with actual values. So what I want to do is I want to start with what I can say about this figure. Since L and M are straight lines, this is something obvious from the figure, L and M are straight lines. What I can say is I can say that angle 1 plus angle 2 is equal to 180 degrees. It's a linear pair.
Linear pair.
Right? This is the first result that I have obtained. Let's mark this as number 1. And then this is from line L. This linear pair is of line L. Now I want to write down a linear pair of M. So I am just taking angle 2 and angle 3. Their sum will also be 180 degree. This is also forming a linear pair, and it's not necessary to write down which line you are taking. You only write down this, just for you. अब हमने M का pair लिया है. And this is the second result that we have. Now what I want to do is I want to just combine these two in such a way that I will be able to see any of the results that I have. So from equation number 1 and equation number 2, what I observe is that the sum of angle 1 and angle 2 is equal to the sum of angle 2 and angle 3. So sometimes you want to write this in words from result 1 and result 2. This is what we get. The angles on the left hand side, their sum is 180. The angles on the right hand side, their sum is also 180. So I can write this that the sum of 1 and 2 is same as the sum of 2 and 3. At this point, you can realize that this gets cancelled and you get the required result, one of the results. Any questions? Anyone who would like to ask anything?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
All right. So at this point, since you have proved one result from the question or the theorem, you need not do the same thing for the second one. The proof for this will exactly be similar. Not same, but similar. जैसे हमने proof किया 1 equals to 3, वैसे ही हम proof कर सकते हैं कि angle 2 और 4 equal हैं. उसके लिए हम क्या करेंगे? If we had to do, what can we do? We could take this result, angle number 1 and angle number 2 is 180. From here, this and this, ये line L का pair आ गया, and then we could have taken 1 with 4. Angle number 1 plus angle number 4 is also 180. So we could take these two results instead of taking result number 1 and result number 2. अगर हम ये वाले दो pairs लेते तो आपके पास क्या बनता? Angle number 1 plus angle number 2, their sum is same as the sum of angle 1 and angle number 4.
One
And
gets
when you have,
cancelled.
yes, and angle 1 gets cancelled, from here you get angle 2 equals to angle 4. And
Angle
when you
4.
are, yeah, when you're doing exactly the same thing, आपने बिल्कुल यही चीज दोबारा से करनी थी, हम करके नहीं दिखाते, हम करके नहीं दिखाएंगे. So we are
Similarly.
going to, yeah, the word that we use is similarly. Exactly on these lines we can prove angle 2 is equal to angle 4. You could do this if you want, you can note it down if you want. This is the proof for the second part. You can do it this way, but it's not required. And that's it. You can write down that your result is proved.
Yes, proof.
Any questions?
No.
No, ma'am.
After this, we will be starting with the exercise. So if you're writing down, please let me know.
No, ma'am. Written.
Exercise 6.1 is on page number 96. Page number 96, this is the first question of the exercise. There are two lines AB and CD intersecting at point O. There is a ray drawn from point O, OE. The sum of angle AOC and BOE is given to be 70 degrees. Measure of angle BOD is given to be 40 degrees. You have to find out angle BOE and reflex angle COE. So I want you to draw the figure in your notebooks.
Drawn.
Let's write down what's given to us. Now, sometimes instead of using the names of the angles, we prefer to number them. It's easier if we number them or we just use variables. So for my convenience, I'm going to use variables here. I'm just going to use variables here. I'm going to represent angle AOC. This angle as X, angle BOE as Y, and I've been given the measure for BOD, so I'll just indicate this here in the figure. This is 40 degrees. And 1 actually implies if I say that angle AOC is represented by X and angle BOE is represented by Y. So this is what I get.
X plus Y equals to 70 degree.
Right? So this is actually equation number 1. It's
X
the same
equal to
equation.
40 degree.
So now using these, can we find out any of the values?
Yes, ma'am.
So this angle over here and this angle over here.
X equals to 40 degree.
X equals to 40
Vertically
degrees, and
opposite
the reason is
Vertically opposite angles.
vertically
VOA.
opposite angle. Right? So you can just write down that these are vertically opposite angles. Using the value of X in this equation,
Y is for 30.
Y comes out to be 30 degrees. So if you want, you can write down the name of angle Y. Angle Y actually is angle BOE. This is 30 degrees. This is the first answer. This is the first part of the answer. They wanted to find out angle BOE. After this, the second thing they want us to find is they want us to find reflex angle COE. So
AOC plus AOE plus BOE is equals to 180 degree.
all right. So whenever we want to
70
find
plus
out, okay, one thing, whenever you want to find out the reflex of any angle, so you want to find out reflex measure for COE. So from your figure, if I just show which is angle COE, this is angle COE, but this is not reflex. This is not reflex. The reflex angle COE will be this one. The one highlighted in blue, that will be the reflex angle COE. You want to find out the measure of this angle. And the easier way to do this is, since the angle highlighted in green and the angle highlighted in blue, they form a complete angle. अगर आप ये green angle की
360
बात,
degree.
right? So what we know is that sum of angle COE and reflex angle COE. This is, if you want, you can better mention this with you. This is reflex angle COE. And the sum of these two is 360 degrees. They form a complete angle. So जब भी आपको reflex angle find करना है, what you're going to do is, you're going to write it this way. 360 minus angle COE. Because the sum of angle COE and its reflex angle is 360. So the reflex of angle COE will be given by 360 minus angle COE. So our focus will be to first find this angle, COE, ये जो green वाला angle है. पहले हम ये निकालेंगे.
110.
Yes, that's right. And then after that 360 में से हम ये वाला angle minus कर देंगे, तो आपको blue वाला angle मिल जाएगा.
250 degree.
That's right.
250 degree.
Anyone who would like to ask anything what we are going to do?
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes, beta.
Ma'am, to find angle COE, we have to apply sum of angles on a straight line
Yes.
property.
Yes. It's not, Ekam beta, it's not given that the two angles are equal. It's just said that the sum is 70 degrees. Nowhere in the question it's indicated that angle AOC and angle BOE are equal. You cannot assume them to be equal. It's just given that the sum is 70 degrees. So using the second condition, this, with the help of angle BOD equals to 40 degrees, you want to see what happens to the angles whose sum is given. So if we use this angle, iski help se x ki value 40 hogi because these are vertically opposite. And then we use the value here in the equation that the sum is 70. From there you can find out the value of angle y. आपने assume नहीं करना कि आपको अगर sum दिया हुआ है तो angles automatically equal हो जाएंगे. So the first step is to find out angle COE. And for that, I'm going to use this x plus angle COE plus y equals to 180 degrees. And the reason is these are sum of angles on a straight line. On line AB. Using the values of x and y, or you can use the sum. Sum of x and y is 70. This is 110 degrees. And then we find reflex angle COE. Yes, Pita, that's what we have considered. X plus y plus angle COE over here. Khushi? This is what we have considered, x plus y plus COE. What I have done is I've actually written in the same order as I have them in the figure. So पहले x आया, उसके बाद COE and then y. This is how I have written x, then COE and then y. You can write the sum in any order. So now from here you can find out the reflex angle COE. Anyone with any questions?
No, ma'am.
If anyone's writing down, please let me know.
No, ma'am.
Let's take a look at the next question. Question number 2 of the exercise. There are again two intersecting lines, x, y, the horizontal one, m and the slanting one. They intersect at point O. From point O, there is a ray drawn. This ray is actually perpendicular to xy, and it's indicated here. Angle POY is 90 degrees. Ray OP is perpendicular to line XY at point O. The ratio of A and B, the angles marked by variables A and B, their ratio is 2:3. You have to find out the measure of angle C, the angle indicated by C. What do you think should be done?
Ma'am,
Ma'am,
first
ratio
find B
given.
and then by
We
linear
have
pair
to
we can
find
find
A
C.
and B, then we can find linear pair.
That's right, that's right. Rohan was also saying something.
Ma'am, I was saying that ratio is given. We can take 2x and 3x
That's right.
and for the sum of 90.
That's right, that's right. Since this angle is 90 degrees, OP is perpendicular. The ray OP is perpendicular to XY. What we can take is the angle on the other side will also be 90 degrees. So that means angle A plus B, this is 90. This is the condition that we want to use. And the values of A and B can be assumed from the ratio. जब भी आपको दो values की ratio दी है, आप उनको let कर सकते हो. You can let the angles
X suppose कर सकते हैं.
x. Yes. You can attach the
2x and
constant of
3x.
yeah. And then you can use these here. You will be able to find out A and B. Once you have angle B, आपके पास जब angle B का measure आ जाएगा, with the help of angle B, you can find out angle C because B and C they form a linear pair. Is that right?
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes,
Anyone
ma'am.
with anyone with any questions?
No, ma'am.
So you people start in your notebooks and side by side I'll be doing here and then we can see. If you have at any point a question, draw the figure quickly. So from here, I'm just assuming my angles 2x and 3x. Now what I know about A and B, angle A plus B is 90 degrees. And you can write down the reason. So you can use the measure of B to find out C. I hope you have done.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Should I wait for anyone who's writing?
Ma'am, wait for
Sure.